I'm Brian Johnson, Executive Director of the Alliance for Worker Freedom, and welcome to the second installment of a new series called Big Labor's Christmas Wish List. I'm here with Ryan Ellis, the Executive Director of AmericanShareholders.org, to discuss the financial, economic, and impact on businesses that big labor legislation, the legislation that unions want to get passed in the next coming years, is going to have in America. What we're talking about today is S2044, the Independent Contractor Proper Classification Act. Now, independent contractor reform is something that unions have been pushing for a long time, and it has some scary impacts on businesses. So Ryan, what would happen if people were no longer allowed to be classified as independent contractors?
Well, under current law, there's two ways that you can have a relationship with someone that's paying you. The first is if you're an employee. An employee is someone for whom the person that's paying them has control over them. They control how, when, and where the work is done. Alternatively, you can be an independent contractor. An independent contractor basically takes a task, goes and does it, and then gives the result, the work that they produce, to the person that's paying them. They exercise much more of their own control. That's a real distinction that exists in the real world. Picture hiring somebody to paint your house versus having an employee that does the cash register at your local small businesses. So that's a real world distinction. What the unions would like to have happen is for everybody to be an employee.
So nobody would be able to work. So let's say I'm an independent contractor and I deliver packages for company X, and then I want to go deliver packages for company Y, and I get paid a independent contractor wage, and I enjoy the benefits of the flexibility of being able to work for whoever I want. If I make an arrangement with employer X and employer Y, whatever hours I want. If this passes, then independent contractors have to be full-time employees and can only work for one company and lose that complete autonomy?
Well, they certainly could have two employers. They could get a W-2 from each of the two people that you're referring to. But what you give up is that flexibility that you're talking about. An independent contractor is another way of saying a small business owner.
Right.
If you're an independent contractor, you own your own small business. That means that you can set up a health savings account, you can set up a high deductible health insurance plan, you can set up a self-employed 401k plan, you pay taxes quarterly 4 times a year, so taxes are a much more transparent cost. All the polling data indicates that you become very much more entrepreneurial, you're very much more likely to become a shareholder. And if you think that the left isn't serious about this, take a look at who the lead sponsor of this bill was this past year. It was Senator Barack Obama.
That's right, and actually we were referring to S2044, the Independent Contractor Proper Classification Act, sponsored by Senator Obama. Let me just read this real quick. What it does is restricts workers that can be classified as independent contractors and allows the IRS to collect back taxes from businesses that previously misclassified workers. So, previously misclassified, does that mean that once this passes, because of their compliance with what was law in the past, they now have to pay back taxes on these employees?
People might remember from when they were learning about the Constitution in the 5th grade that the Constitution says that you shall not pass an ex post facto law, which means you can't punish somebody for following what was the law in the past. This certainly looks like an ex post facto law. Wouldn't be the first time that the left would ignore the Constitution, though.
Right. So, again, that's Independent Contractor Proper Classification Act. That's one of the things that the unions want, and that's pretty high on their list of the Big Labor's Christmas wish list. So thank you for joining us. Again, workerfreedom.org for more information, and join us next time for more information on Big Labor's Christmas wish list.